Hey everyone, welcome back to Lord Hippo Guy's channel. That's me, your guy, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I promised a friend that I would actually come on here and do an actual serious video for once. I know, weird, definitely weird. I mean, serious for me. His question was, because I made a video on who the strongest Star Wars character was, and he said, are you actually going to make a real one? And to that I'll say, yeah, you know what? Why not? That sounds like a good idea. So here we go, talking about the strongest Star Wars characters. Alright, let's start it off. What's Star Wars? I mean, if you don't know what Star Wars is, you clicked on a really weird video to even learn about it. But let's do it real fast. Star Wars, people have magic powers. They can make things float. They can choke people. They can throw things. There's the good side, the light side. The bad side, the dark side. Pretty simple. Get it? Light, dark, ha 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 ha. Alright, Star Wars is a great series. There's lightsabers that can cut through anything. You know, it's Star Wars, okay? Now we gotta start talking about who is the strongest character in Star Wars, and that is kind of difficult, because we have a lot of people. I mean, let's go down the list. I mean, we got people like Darth Maul. He's that pointy-haired guy. We got people like General Grievous, probably not even up there on the top 10. No offense, General Grievous, you just kind of got whitewashed. I mean, but you have people like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Mace Windu, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and really, I'm just going for the biggest ones right now. Because if I want to get to who the strongest is, I'm going to have to go by, honestly, like, who I think is probably the strongest character. And that might be a little bit difficult if I go through all of them. So let's just go down the main ones. And starting off our list, we got our boy Darth Vader. That's right. And I know a lot of you are probably like, Darth Vader? That makes sense. Yeah, no, he's definitely up there on probably the strongest character in Star Wars. He is a menace of a character. First of all, he is part cyborg, which gives him a ton of super strength. I mean, if you've seen Star Wars, you've seen Rogue One, you've seen any of these things, you've just seen the raw power that he has. This man is Black Air Force energy. He's like a master in karate, fighting a bunch of toddlers every time he's on the screen, it looks like. And it's just kind of brutal. The kids are like, please, Master Skywalker, what are we going to do? And he's like, psh. And they're like, that's weird. That's suspicious. What are you doing with your lightsaber? And then he just starts, yeah. So he is really strong. Does he have any weaknesses? Yes, a couple. For starters, because he is in a cyborg suit, he is much heavier now, so he is not as agile of a fighter. You won't see him doing like backflips around the room like Yoda, but you will see him be able to be an excellent duelist, which in the Star Wars universe kind of wins most of the time. I don't remember the last time I watched somebody get into a fight with somebody and then they lost because they just, I don't know, they didn't want to win. Like, that's the funny thing, right? Going on here, you got Darth Vader. He's the man. First of all, he's smart. That's a big thing with him. He's very intelligent. He always knows what he wants to do, and he always has like 7 plans ahead of whatever your plan is, which is kind of a problem. Darth Vader has a lot of feats. Feats mean like incredible things, like, wow, that's a feat of strength. Like Spider-Man has a feat of strength of lifting up a building. Darth Vader has a feat of strength where he battles an entire group, like an entire army. Seriously, take a look right here. Ready? When it pops up, 3, 2, 1, boom. Literally, they go, you're surrounded. Do you see how many troops are there? You see how many troops are there? A small army. And he says, all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men. First of all, brutal line. Second of all, awesome line. Like, as I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. This is like, what a great line. Now, his weaknesses go a little bit more. He's actually extremely weak to Force lightning. And that's because of Palpatine, or Emperor Palpatine, or Dark Sidious, or the guy who sits in the chair in the last movie. The wrinkly old one that goes, do it. Yeah, he actually made his suit really weak to lightning in case Darth Vader ever tried to turn against him. Also, I'm just looking at it. Darth Vader's entire costume is extremely terrifying. It kind of reminds me of when my dad used to wear sunglasses so I couldn't tell what he was looking at. And that's intimidating in itself. Tell me about it. I'm like, oh no, please don't hit me there. I am just a poor little boy, fella. And then, I mean, Darth Vader just speaks for himself, man. He is. I mean, look at the scene. He walks down this hallway like, hey, what's up, hey, how are you, good to see you, hi, hello, oh, and I'm just gonna cut you right in half and drop your body. Yeah, brutal. It should not be allowed. He should not be allowed to do that, okay? Those poor people, they didn't want any of this. They didn't ask for this. Give them a break. Moving on our list, we have our next one, and our next one, I mean, some people will agree, some people will disagree. I think I can put it in. Yeah, and next up, we got Emperor Palpatine. I mean, was there any doubt? This guy he was fast, he was strong, he was smart. You might only remember him from the older movies, and I understand that. I get it. Older movies, they are better. They got a better talking. They got better speaking. They got better acting, you know? But what they do lack, I think the prequels have a little bit better. For starters, the lightsaber fights in the prequels are 20 times better than the boring beef, back and forth battles that you see them having, okay? That's boring. It's boring, all right? I'm not going to say it. It's really boring to watch those fights. I like it when they're better in the sixth movie, trust me. But in the prequels, it really isn't about Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker or Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's not about them. The prequels are about Emperor Palpatine and his master plan to take over. The entire Clone Wars was orchestrated by this man. He played both sides perfectly. He's a tactician. He's genius. He's smart. And he's extremely strong. The one time they come to attack him, he literally attacks all of them at once. He flies in and kills like 4 Jedi Masters in the first like 12 seconds. And everyone knows that scene. I mean, come on. It's treason then. Yeah, it's incredible. And that's probably a reason why he's up there on this list. Also, he's got Force Lightning. He's a good duelist. He beat Yoda. I don't agree with that one. I mean, Yoda just gave up for some reason. We'll talk about that later. But that's why I have him on this list as well, but I still don't think he is the strongest. This isn't in any particular order either. This is just some honorable mentions, all right? And then we got our boy Yoda. I know a lot of you might be like, Yoda? Some people are going to be like, yeah, makes sense. Yoda, very powerful. Other people are like, I don't know, he kind of lost. I'm talking about Yoda in his prime, okay? Let's talk about prime Yoda. Yoda is said to be somewhere like 800 or something years old by the time of episode 3. Okay, he is old. What about 400-year-old Yoda, right? Like, how strong was prime Yoda? How powerful was he? That's the question that I want to know. Because prime Yoda could have been like, oh, I'll destroy you with my big muscles and crush you. Like, he could have been like that. Or he could have also been like very calm, stoic, very powerful. I mean, we see him in the movies be able to move fast, attack enemies. When there's 2 clones behind him about to shoot him, he jumps and both their heads clean off. Awesome scene. He's also able to keep up with very fast duelists, and he jumps around using the Force to make himself very fast. I mean, he has the power to absorb lightning. I mean, come on. He is a very powerful character. In fact, at one point, he actually overpowers Darth Sidious. Sorry, I said Dark. Editor, get rid of that. And he does the power to do the lightning. Pew, 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 pew. He shoots it at him, and he catches it and fires it right back at him. Now, the reason I can't put Yoda on the top is because he kind of does something kind of cowardly. He runs away after that, actually. In the movie, for whatever reason, he just stops fighting. I don't know why. Was he afraid of the clones? He really shouldn't have been. He's Yoda. I mean, his power is kind of insane. He probably should have been able to win that battle, but I digress. We're going into other things. Now, let's talk about the strongest character in Star Wars, shall we? I think that's a good idea. And the strongest character in Star Wars is going to have to go to Luke. Luke Skywalker is probably going to be the strongest character. I know some people are going to be like, what? No. Allow me to give you some examples why Luke is the strongest. He might not have been the strongest at the end of the 6th movie, but by in between, he had to have been the strongest. Luke trained for a total of how many years? Let's hear it real fast. He trained for a total of I think it's about a year and a half, maybe. That might be his total time of training. and within a year and a half, he became powerful enough to defeat Darth Vader, the strongest Sith that anyone has seen, like almost ever. Now, some people might be like, he didn't actually beat Darth Vader. He beat him so bad, Darth Vader was falling backwards and he cut his arm clean off. Also, he could have easily defeated almost anyone. Prime Luke is something of just nutty. Also, Luke Skywalker canonically defeated something like 30 Dark Troopers. And these Dark Troopers were so strong that the Mandalorian was having trouble against them. While Mando casually defeats Stormtroopers like it's his job. And Stormtroopers, or sorry, whatever, clones or Stormtroopers, were also responsible for killing like thousands upon thousands of Jedi. But we're not even going to get into that. All you need to know is Luke's power should be out of this world. His strength should be incredible. It's just what he is. He is the son of the strongest person, but he has nothing holding him back. Darth Vader, if he was in his prime without anything, he would have been the strongest. Problem was, he was missing like 5 of his limbs and had to rely on robot technology that was actually even crapped on because Emperor Palpatine did that to him for some reason. Not even gonna get into that. Just know Luke's power is just insane, and that's what puts him at the strongest character in Star Wars right now. And there you have it. That's my video on being not a jokey one, a serious one, and that's for you, John. You're welcome. Yeah, and then my next video is going to be something different, kind of, but a little bit the same. You'll have to stick around to find out. Toot toot toodaloo.